Hi, Isabelle. How are you?
I'm great. How
That's
are you,
great.
Marianne?
Yeah, really, really well. Now, listen, it's been a few weeks since I last spoke to you because you finished the Essential Archetype program. You did 8 months with me. And I just thought I'd just check in on you and see how you're getting along.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
Now, Isabelle, when we first started the Essential Archetypes program, you were in a different place to where you are now. Perhaps if you could there's a few people who are going to be listening to this video. So I just wanted you to share your journey with me on the whole process of going through the Essential Archetype program.
Would love to share my process, and it definitely is a process, and one I think that is profound, personally and professionally. When I came to see you, I just moved from Canberra to Western Australia. I had to resign from my job, which I wasn't that happy in anyway. So, I mean, that wasn't such a catastrophe. However, I did feel a little bit lost because I've been working full-time for a long time with 2 children, and I decided to get off the treadmill of what I should be doing, and I felt very uncomfortable because I had all of these shoulds and coulds, what I should be doing, what I could be doing. And fortunately, one day I was giving myself permission to listen to a webinar that was run by PRIA, and Marianne Waldron was speaking.
Oh, that's right. I was talking about personal success, I think.
Yes, and I just really liked Marianne's energy, and you hinted during the course, during the webinar about this course, so I inquired, and we did a questionnaire, and I just felt that I should sign up for the course and see where it takes me, and I think it's the best investment I have done.
And that's the most remarkable thing, I think, is really that, you heard me on a webinar, nearly 12 months ago, and we've sort of been on a journey. We've actually never met, but we met every week for a long time, just having a chat over Zoom, which has been absolutely wonderful.
Yes, it has. Go technology. Wonderful.
So I might ask you a few more questions, but I thought I might just explain the process of the Essential Archetypes. There are, for everyone has 4 archetypes. So there are 12 archetypes, but we all each have 4. Now, the first archetype is your personality, and it's what everyone sees. Your second archetype is your emotional archetype, and that relates to your self-worth and your relationship with money. Your third archetype is your mental archetype. That's your relationship. It relates to your relationships with everybody around you. And your fourth archetype is your career and your purpose. So the interesting thing is that the personality, the first archetype, is the one that everyone sees. The mental and the emotional archetypes, they're things that people are aware of in themselves, but it's semi-conscious. And then our purpose or our career is unconscious. And what we do is try to get everything conscious so we can align all our archetypes so that we can move forward in our lives. So perhaps we can just talk about and share your archetypes, what your 4 archetypes are, and what you learned from learning about each archetype.
Yes, I learnt a lot.
What's your personality? Let's share about that.
So my personality is the pioneer.
Yep.
And I guess the key insights that I have learned through this process, going through this journey with you, is that it's really important for me to embrace my personality, that I am a pioneer, and find and align that with my purpose and all the other archetypes. But I guess I realised honour my pioneer, honour that side of me, that I like to break new ground, that I like to seek new things, and hug it, I guess, and be good with that, be at peace with that. So that's my personality, the pioneer.
Yeah.
My second archetype, oh dear, how can I forget my second archetype? It is all me. No, it's the magician.
The magician. You're very fortunate to have that one.
Yes, and I am. I feel really blessed with that, and I find that I'm calling on that a lot more. And I guess I just want to say overall, I thought I was crazy, a little bit crazy before I started the course, but after looking at all these archetypes and talking to them and feeling them and bringing them to my consciousness, I just feel really supported, and I don't feel crazy. It's like really I have found myself. That's why I say it's very profound.
But I think what happens is that you actually start listening to your own inner voice once you get yourself aligned. So your personality is the pioneer, you break new ground. Your second archetype, okay, is a magician, and that was all relation, and you've been able to manifest, magicians can manifest anything, and manifest great inbounds with receiving money whenever you need it. And I witnessed that throughout the 8 months. When you wanted to do something, you always found a way, and the money was available to you. And it also affected your self-worth. And I could see that by you manifesting, you were able to increase your confidence.
Absolutely. And I've realized I'm a bit of a mixer, and I have been in jobs where I felt constrained, and now I know I don't need to be constrained. I can kind of do anything, and I need to have all those bag of goodies, I guess, to draw on, lots of different skills. So the magician, I guess, validated that for me, that I don't need to be on one career path. I can actually do many things.
Yeah. So there's a lot of wonderful things with your emotional side. So what about your mental archetype? What one is that?
That's the accumulator.
Tell me about that.
Yeah, that's been a bit tricky.
That means that you were in your head a little bit, do you think?
Yes, definitely, and something I need to work on more and strengthen, and have a better relationship with, because I do count the cost. And I do count the cost of my investment in any relationship, and I'm just more conscious of that. So I think that's a really good thing. And I like to collect things, I guess, and I do collect experiences. And I've realised that it's just very relevant in life in general to know that about yourself, and I've had a problem with that. I guess I'm being
I did see over the period of 8 months that you were working with me, you were a little bit stuck in some of your relationships, and I think you shifted a lot of energy around that, and you were able to come to terms with the relationships that were in your life, and actually enhance them to be more rewarding for everybody. Is that right?
Absolutely. I couldn't have said that better myself.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And what's your fourth archetype? This is your career.
Yes,
your purpose.
The diplomat. And that's been really, I guess it's very rewarding to know that all my professional development, my studies, I guess, have been aligned to the diplomat, because I do like to seek balance, not conflict. And I always say, like, my background's public relations. Public relations is all about being diplomatic, diving in without making a splash, so they say. And so I'm kind of validated and reinforced to continue working with within the communication profession in some shape or manner, which I will focus on more next year. But what I'm really grateful for is that I know myself better, and I'm more conscious and aware. I have more awareness about what makes me tick, what makes me get up in the morning. I've actually got more energy in the morning. I'm making better decisions. I'm more affirmative, and I believe everyone around me can see that as well. I just feel I know myself, and you've got to know yourself before you can really help other people. And that's been the biggest gift, because I feel I've got more to offer everybody around me, because I've had that conversation, and I can have better conversations with myself.
And I guess you're at an important time in your life when you decided to, or you're seeking some help by doing the Essential Archetype program. You're at a time of transition, of change. And I think one of the things that I've found watching you grow and evolve over that 8-month period is that you've really started to value the transition of skills that you have that actually can go from being in the public sector to being in the private sector to being in your own business, and that you've really started to validate yourself in the knowledge that you can actually do whatever you want. And I've really witnessed a remarkable turnaround.
Yes, thank you. Yes, I just feel supported by knowing my archetypes and knowing what makes me tick, and living on purpose, and living with grace, and living with integrity to myself. And I just think a lot of us, I mean, before this course, we're kind of unconscious. We're just unconscious citizens reacting to everything. And I just feel I have a better ability to respond. I can pause, reflect, and respond, and have better conversations with myself instead of negative.
And I think that's one of the things with the archetypes. All archetypes have positive and negative traits, and it's about aligning ourselves to the positive of the archetypes, which is actually ensures that we change our habits and we shift energy around old beliefs that we might have picked up when we were young and not realised it. So I'm very, very excited. Particularly I'm excited because it's made a tremendous impact on your life moving to Western Australia with your kids, because I remember a couple of times you said to me that your is it 6-year-old is very excited that you're more present, and she's made statements to you around that, hasn't she?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And I've given myself permission to be a mother. That's a job in itself. Because I've been always working, and that's been part of my identity, getting a paycheck in the outside world. So I just feel more balanced and at peace with where I am right now. And I just feel I was meant to hear that webinar with you, go on this journey. It is a process. Things do shift, and I always say change is messy. And it's been, at times, my mind has been very messy, but that's needed to happen to shift the muck and the stuck feeling or whatever. You need, anyone taking this course needs to be open, honest, put their whole heart and soul into it. It's not just mental. It's a very integrated course. That's what I really enjoyed about it. And it is sometimes uncomfortable, but I think you need to be uncomfortable to grow.
And I think one of the things that I've noticed by taking people through this course, you can have the little mini breakdowns like you might have been describing, on occasion, but that sometimes you've had those little mini breakdowns of where you might be upset for the day, but you actually then come through a breakthrough and you shift the energy. And I think that's the greatest thing that I've seen you've embraced this program right from the beginning. You've done the work and you have moved forward, and I'm so excited where your career's going in public relations, and I think the people in Western Australia will be very blessed that you are there and offering all your services. So thank you, Isabelle, for being involved in the Essential Archetype program.
Thank you, Marianne.
And I'd like to thank Helen Barton, who trained me in this program. Helen Barton is one of the most remarkable women on the planet, and she's trained 15 of us around the world, and I feel very, very blessed from Insight Teachings. So thank you, Isabelle. We might good luck with everything that you're doing, and I'm sure we'll contact each other again soon.